Hello, everybody. This is the first session from Tales of Eterna, or a quick recap of it. The character you see right there, not my current character. I'm playing a humanoid rabbit that's a neon ninja if you've ever played Trove. And so we started off in a bar or a tavern. I was really drunk. Got the shit beat out of me by some guy, lost a bunch of money. Oh, and then, I also have my little brother character. He's among us, and a dog. After that, we've encountered the BBG for the first time. Kind of crushed us with a meteor. Well, he didn't crush my brother. My brother rolled really high. I didn't. I failed horribly. Barely got out. Almost died. Definitely. After he almost died, my other brother, the one that's DMing right now, said, roll to see if you made it out safely. We did not. My little brother rolled a nat 1. We got stuck in the middle of a graveyard with a bunch of these things that my other brother created called shadow lurkers. Don't know how they came into existence, but they're basically ghosts. My brother, the DM though, my brother DM, made a horrible decision and decided to give me something called a dimensional inventory, which is basically just an advanced bag of holding. Didn't use it until one thing. We killed a novice shadow lurker. He was pretty easy, but he screeched as he died, which called in more shadow lurkers, called skilled shadow lurkers. Those were fun to deal with. Definitely, because one of them, another novice just showed up, killed him pretty quickly, and then my brother allowed me to do something called use my dimensional inventory to capture creatures. I became a fucking Pokemon trainer at that moment. After we got that one skilled shadow lurker, the other one, we definitely murdered him. Cold-bloodedly. After that, my brother asked us because we saw a little cave somewhere. He asked us if we wanted to explore. As you know, I'm a fucking idiot, so we said yes. We found the shadow lurker captain. Kicked his ass a little bit. My brother rolled really high on getting his health low, and just like Pokemon, I captured the captain. After that, we got pretty lucky. We got this really cool egg. I'll tell you about that later. After the egg, we went to the herb town. Helped us kind of heal up. Oh yeah, and I didn't tell you, after I broke my foot in the middle of the fight, I completely just missed throwing my sword at the fucking enemy. Missed horribly. Threw it at a tree, and then I remembered, oh, I have a dimensional inventory. And so I just dimensional inventoried that back to my character. Tried throwing it again. This time I succeeded. Slightly. Definitely not. But, yeah, and then, I healed my foot with a healing flask, because Trove. And then after that, we got to Herb Town. And I went to the tavern, got really drunk again. A guy was like, and then I ended up projectile vomiting on the guy. And it was like, yo, dude, meet me outside. And so he hit me sober really hard, lost 2 hit points, and then instead of hitting him back, I decided to chop off all of his limbs. I made him a potato. Yeah, he survived, but he was paralyzed. No moving after that part. And then I found the nearest lady. Oh no, that was in the next town. Wait, was in that town? It was in this town? Oh, yeah, and then I found the nearest lady. Immediately seduced her with my 45 charisma roll. Because I had like 35 charisma. I was at that point at like level 3. Yeah, I put a bunch of stats into charisma and strength. And then after that, I seduced her, got her pregnant, put her in my dimensional inventory. And I learned from my DM brother that I could customize my dimensional inventory. And so that I gave them a really good house made out of logs and I rolled a really high thing. I rolled like 18, and then I also made a farm for all the. Yeah, it's kind of like a parallel universe. I also created a little farm for some of my characters, for like the guys that I created, and then we went to Picton Town, which is an entirely new town. Oh yeah, no, we went to the kingdom first, and there was three princesses: Anesthesia, Daisy, and Cookie. And Anesthesia really wanted to go on. Like my brother told me that she was adventurous and didn't like being in the kingdom, and so I kidnapped her. And I'm probably wanted for law. They don't know that I kidnapped her though, so I don't have a bounty on me yet. Well, after we took her, we went to this place called Picton Town. I, being the genius that I am, asked my brother if there was any farmers. A local told us that there was a farm up 20 miles north, or 20 miles to the right. And so we went there. We grabbed the farmer. I hired him. No, I basically recruited this guy, got all of his animals, and now we have 120 platinum worth of goat cheese. Don't question how that happened. Yeah, my brother created hyperinflation. So I'm just kind of helping with that by having 120 platinum worth of goat cheese. And just regular cheese. But, and then after we got to Picton, and after we were done with the farm, we went to this place called Pitchfork Canyon, where we fought one of the final bosses called, well, one of the bosses called the Shadow Lord. We obviously kicked his ass. My favorite part was that my brother gave me mercy for rolling ones, and he said that the Shadow Lord was expecting me to not hit, so he no, to hit him. So he dodged in front of my attack after I missed horribly. That happened twice. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, that egg we found, that was a Cerberus. It was a baby Cerberus. He grows up to juvenile later in the session, but after we were done with that, I did something. Yeah, the Shadow Lord was insanely OP because me and my brother's characters are just a tad on the unfair side, but we're not going to talk about that part. What we are going to talk about. Oh yeah, the Devourer's Ring. My brother gave this boss a mythic class item called the Devourer's Ring. It allows us to devour anything, giving us the XP from it.
So basically devour a tree.
Yeah.
250 XP.
And I used that later. And oh yeah, so far my dimensional inventory has 2 Shadow Lurkers, a bunch of just random shit. It has my wife and children, the farmer's wife and children, the farmer's animals, the farmer, and all my money in it. Because that just kind of sticks there. And multiple times, I tried doing it so that I unleashed the entirety of my dimensional inventory on top of an enemy, but my brother made me roll nat 20s for that part, so pretty hard to get to. With my brother doing things, yeah, after we were done with the Shadow Lurker, with the Shadow Lord, we went to this place called the Island of Eden, where I consumed 2 trees. Also, we found a dragon, a cave. My brother found his first familiar, which was a baby among us. I found something really OP, a cloak. I found a cloak that I could put on one of my familiars. I put it on the Shadow Lord Bob. Oh yeah, the Bob is the Shadow Captain. I decided to give him the weapon that didn't get destroyed by killing the boss. He's now the Shadow Lord, the new Shadow Lord. He also has the cloak that gives him a bunch of good stats. He gets an extra like +3 in every stat, I'm pretty sure. He gets a bunch more health. He's become basically broken, and guess what? He multi-attacks. Which might seem broken, but he doesn't do that much damage. After we're done with that, we go to find... Oh yeah, we also found this book that let us get any spell. We had to roll twice because we each got 2 spells. I got a spell that allowed me to materialize anything as long as the materials were around me.
You skipped something a while back. When we were in the forest, when you found that chest that came from a vortex about the same period as you.
Oh yeah, and I also got a plasma rifle. That part I just got from a forest chest.
It was like one that came out of a rift.
Really OP, because guess what? It completely ignores armor ratings. So it just
only does 2 damage.
armor pierces, and it does 2 damage only. Not that bad. After that, if I remember correctly, I got something that allowed me to materialize items. My brother got 2 different Among Us tasks. He's been just getting new Among Us tasks every time. Another thing that was really cool is that I completely maxed out my blacksmithing and evolved it to level, like, blacksmithing plus, which is something that my brother's doing where you can evolve stats, like skills that you've already maxed out. And blacksmithing, it's a full homebrew campaign, so most of it's just random shit. My favorite part was when I got a whole lot of mithril. As I'm saying, homebrew campaign, we did have extra ores. I got enough mithril to create battle armor for my Cerberus, which is now juvenile. He now has he now has battle armor for my doggo. Oh yeah, I also named all 3 of the heads: Fido, Graham, and Kronk. Fido's the leader. We fought a dragon, the mithril dragon. I ended up getting mithril scales, which then turned into way too OP armor. Very OP.
So you should probably call them the class Novice, Intermediate, Master, and then after is Mythic, and then God, and no, World, then God.
Oh yeah, sorry guys for not talking. My brother was telling me stuff. I forgot to tell you there is different classes of items called Novice, Advanced, I'm pretty sure, Master, Mythic, World, and God class items. So definitely full homebrew. After we killed the dragon, we got this really OP thing called Orb of Life. Every in-game year, it gets an extra charge, which means, and it allows us to basically just revive anything. As long as we have the corpse on us, we can revive it. So anytime I find a skeleton of a very powerful being, I am going to use it, and my brother will not stop me. So that has been Tales of Eterna first session recap. I'll make another one of these tomorrow when I'm done with my next session. Bye.